Okay, so today we're going to be doing the extra practice pages 487 and 488. We had the lesson yesterday on multiple representations of functions, and I gave you some help with some of those questions. So today I'm going to help you with question number 10 on page 487. So if everybody could just make sure that you're on question number 10. There's 4 parts to these questions. So these questions are really long, but there's really not a lot of them. So it says a catering service offers lasagna and chicken parmesan. Each pan of lasagna serves 24 people. Now it also says for exercise 10, show your work on a separate piece of paper because there's a lot of work that you're going to need to write and you're not going to really fit it on that little spot. So you might want to just do this on a separate piece of paper and then just kind of stick it into your book. So it says letter A, write an equation to represent the number of people N served by any number of pans P of lasagna. So they gave you the 2 variables that you have to use. Now, if they give you the variables, you have to use those variables. They gave you the letter N for the number of people and the letter P for the pans, the number of pans of lasagna. So if each pan of lasagna serves 24 people, our equation is going to be N equals 24P. Okay, N equals 24P is going to be our equation. Pretty simple equation. Each pan for P serves 24 people. If we multiply however many pans are, it's going to equal the number of people that we could feed with that lasagna and chicken parmesan. Part B says make a function table to show the relationship between the number of pans P and the number of people N. So we needed to kind of set up some sort of function table. You could do it this way, okay, where it's just kind of, just a regular table. Or you could do it the way that we were doing it the other day, except you just have to remember that you have N, then your function rule in the middle, and P is going to be over here. Our function rule is just going to be 24P. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be P is going to be your input, and N is going to be your output like this. So again, you could do it either way. I'm going to do it both ways just to show you that either way is going to be fine. So you're either going to have it set up like this, P, 24P is your function rule, N is your output, or you could just set it up like this, number of pans P, people served N. And at this point, when we are making a function table, you just choose any 3 numbers that you would want to put into your table. Today I'm actually going to do 4 just to make my line a little bit longer. You really only have to do 3 if you want. I'm going to choose the easiest numbers. I'm going to choose 0, 1, 2, and 3. I'll do the same thing over here. 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Now if we put this into our function rule, our N is going to be 0. We put this one into our function rule. We're going to get 24. $48, and then 72. So you can write it over here. 0 is going to be 0 people served, which makes sense. If you have 0 pans of food, you're going to feed 0 people. If you have 1 pan of food, you're only going to feed 24 people according to our equation. If you have 2 pans of food, you're going to feed 48, and 3 pans, you're going to feed 72 people. So now we have 4 ordered pairs, and our ordered pairs are 0, 0, 1, 24, 2, 48, 3, 72. Part C asks you to graph, so all you have to do is draw a graph. It didn't come with a graph this time. So just make sure that you label both your axes. P for pans is going to be down here at the bottom, and N for people served, or number of people served, is going to be on the y-axis. This is going to be your x-axis. Make sure to label y and x. Then you're going to have to come up with a good number system, okay? For pans P, all I did was 0, 1, 2, and 3, because those are the only numbers that I used. If you use different numbers, you need to make sure that those numbers are on your graph. And then I need to make sure that I make it all the way up to number 72 for my N value, okay? So I went all the way up to 80, and I counted by 10, because counting by 1s or 2s, you would be drawing a lot of little dashes along the side here. So count by 10s instead. It makes it a lot easier. Then you're going to plot your points and label them. 0, 0,